Hey, what's up everybody? Got a little bit of a shop video this time for you. In some previous videos, I had said that when I bought my System 3 beadlocks and my Rockzillas from Planet Powersports, or Planet Side-by-Side, when I ordered it, I thought for sure that I had ordered competition compound. When they got here, seen that they didn't have the red mark on them, and was like, man, they sent me the wrong crap. Went back, checked my receipt, and sure enough, I clicked the wrong button. So I've been running with the non-stickies. I had it burn me a couple times at Windrock this last trip, and decided it was time to jump on some stickies when all the sales were hot. So we got some 32 by 10 by 15 stickies. I'm gonna keep the non-stickies as spares. You never know when you're gonna smack a sidewall, blow a hole in it or something. So might as well spend the money on it. Let's do a quick rig update. I know you guys have seen videos of it since I did everything. I'm kind of behind the curve on this one, but since the last update, obviously got the full tied-in cage built by Razor Sharp Customs. First ride out, it did take a pretty good hit. You guys seen that in the Pick 100 video. That has been, all the welds have been checked, made sure that no cracks or anything. I pressed it back up, pulled it back out, and welded in two cross members there to stiffen it up a little bit. You guys can give me shit about it, but I plasti dipped my fenders instead of spending the money on replacement fenders. So in all honesty, dude, the plasti dip has held up amazing to everything that I've put it through. The door, you guys haven't seen a video of it yet, but she kissed a rock pretty good. Bent my frame pretty bad, the door frame, and creased it right there. I actually pulled the door, put it in the vise, and tried to straighten it out the best I could. I got it to where it at least closes now. I got this little chunk right here that likes to stick out. I tried everything I could to get it completely straight to where the door would sit flush, and couldn't get it. So it's good enough for now, but unfortunately I reached out to Dragonfire directly. They do not sell replacement parts for the doors separately. You have to buy a whole nother kit. At our Windrock trip, I felt a little bit of slop in the steering wheel and a lot of clunking in the floorboard. So I knew there was something going on, but after checking it out, getting home, looks like I got upper controller and bushing that took a crap on me. So I'm gonna get ready to start on that. Also, in case you guys are wondering how much of a pain in the butt it is to tear the front end of one of these Can-Ams apart, I'll show you what you got to get to before, and then be a time lapse of getting everything out. But so you got to start off all these Torx bits here to pull that front skid plate. Mind you, this is on an RC model, so it comes with the winch and the hoop front bumper and everything. So you got these Torx bits that pull this front skid plate, these Torx bits that hold the plastic down. Obviously I had to pull the front half of my cage to get it up out of the way. Pull that out of the way. Oh, it's nice and dirty. You got Torx bit there, Torx bit there, another Torx with a bolt through. This is a 10mm on the back side right there that holds that together. And then the lights, you have to get to this 8mm. This 8mm right there that holds the lights up there. There's also another Torx right there. And then you gotta pull gas cap cover, and there's another Torx right there. It bolts through, and then there's two push pins or push clips that hold the the fender down to this plastic here. And then same on this side, same points. That bolt Torx bit there, or Torx bolt. And same with the clips on this side for the upper fenders. And then you have to wiggle it all around, get it past the light bar, get past the cage. It's a little bit easier now that the top of that factory front bumper is cut off. Before it came up, and it would hook on the bottom of that plastic, made it a pain in the butt to get it off there. But that's a real quick basic rundown on everything you got to get to. Alright, well, that was a pain in the butt. It's the first time I've had to pull the plastic, well, the front end, since I had the cage put on it. It was trial and error, so we'll see if it goes better going back on. I got a different plan. So the next part is we've got to disconnect my limit straps and pull the shocks up out of the way. And benefit is with this gusset kit is with the CT Raceworks, it takes so from the factory, the bolts are welded to a plate that come through, and you have nuts on this front side here. So to remove the lower control arms, you have to unbolt everything and then pull the control arm forward, swing it down, pull it forward to get it off. But with the CT Raceworks, it puts a race plate inside here that is basically welded nuts on, or nut certs on a plate, and then it through bolts from the bottom in the front, or it through bolts from the front in. So I'll be able to undo one side at a time. I'll be able to pull this bolt, and then on the bottom, on the rear control, or rear bolt, the bolt for the rear control arm, I have this plate that comes from the factory. It's riveted right there and right there, and it holds these two bolts. So it keeps the bolts in place. You can undo those nuts, and then that's part of sliding the whole thing forward. But with the gusset kit, it was much easier just to bend that plate out of the way. I can get a socket or a ratchet from the top side. I can also get a wrench up in there to hold this back side of that bolt when I'm tightening or loosening. So what I'll do is loosen this one and push that bolt back far enough to where it clears out of the way of my gusset kit and the control arm, and I'll be able to drop it right out and pull it out of the way. Obviously going to disconnect ball joint and pull the control arm out of the way. That'll take care of the bottoms. I'll do the bottoms both the same way. The uppers will essentially be able to do the same way. I'll have to loosen the bolts of the diff and tilt it out of the way for the fronts, but I'll undo that nut there. Obviously got to undo the radiator and pull it up out of the way. I'll ratchet strap it up to I-beam I have here in the shop. I'll loosen that nut, pull the bolt out of the way, do the same with the rear once the diff's tipped up over out of the way. Kind of wanted to jump in and give an idea of what it was that I was doing and how I was going about it. It is different if it's 100% factory. You don't have the gusset kit. Like I said, lower control arms. The upper control arms are the same, but the lowers have that stud sticking out that you have to undo everything and slide the control arm forward, I don't know, probably 3 to 4 inches to get it off. So it is nice that with the gusset kit, it through bolts it from the front, and bending that plate down like I did makes it so I can push the bolt out of the back. Makes it a little bit easier. All right, now I can show you guys the slop. That's what I found for slop in that front upper control arm. We got the driver's side upper control arm out, and I'll show you the slop and the bushings. It's pretty bad. That one's not as bad, but I shouldn't be able to do that or that. Definitely shouldn't be able to just pull those out. So you guys seen in the time lapse there, I got the driver's side upper control arm off. Did figure out that with the gusset kit, I was able to not have to take the bulkhead off because it's through bolted from the back side right there. So I was able to get a wrench in right here, hold the nut, and then pull the bolt back. Obviously the rear has got room to slide back that way. The passenger side, on the other hand, obviously the diff is right in the way of that bolt, so I'm gonna have to loosen or pull the bolts for the diff and kind of roll the diff over out of my way, so that I can get in there and get those out, finish getting the passenger side upper control arm pulled, and then get the bushings pulled out of it, and then it's ready for as soon as the replacements get in. some parts came in. We got CT Raceworks half set of control arm bushings. As you guys seen, my lowers are already CT Raceworks that came with the new bushings for me to press in. So those are already changed. I didn't even think about changing the uppers when I did the lowers, so they went bad. So I had to tear everything apart again, as you guys seen. But I'm gonna show you guys how I go about installing them. Just to show you what tooling. I just got threaded rod with 2 big fender washers that I use to press them in there. Pretty simple. I grease them up a little bit before I put them in there just to help them ease through.
my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a f***ing name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste me, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate me, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent, and it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots, if I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic. Ain't no